Did you know that Islamic governments were the first to abolish slavery? Meanwhile, there were still slaves 100 years ago in the USA. How does that work?
So, this claim is patently false in virtually every way. Islamic literature makes slavery an accepted institution, especially regarding the capture of sex slaves. Muhammad did it, as did many of his followers. Slavery became quite popular and targeted both men and women, sometimes in astonishing numbers. In his 2002 book, Islam's Black Slaves, The Other Diaspora, Ronald Segal notes, the Khalifa in Baghdad at the beginning of the 10th century had 7,000 black eunuchs and 4,000 white eunuchs in his palace. The process of emasculating someone was especially deadly. 60% of the boys and men who underwent the procedure bled to death. Slavery in Arab areas was no less brutal than in the West. In the U.S., slavery was legally abolished in 1865 with the 13th Amendment, and we were among the last nations on earth to do it. But Saudi Arabia ended slavery in 1962, almost 100 years later. Mauritania appears to have been the last country to abolish slavery, which happened only in 1981, and it was only criminalized in 2007. However, there are still plenty of slaves in the Middle East, with estimates indicating that between 1 and 2 million people are trafficked there every day. So yes, the U.S. was one of the last ones to abolish this barbaric and inhumane practice. But the Middle East was even later, and many would argue that they never really stopped.